Okay, welcome to MarcoTalk again. So today we have a new guest, right? Can you introduce yourself to us?
Okay. This is like a bit awkward for me, but I'll try my best. So, hello everyone. I'm Idril, like English name Idril. I don't really know what to say. That I'm 25. I'm currently working as an interpreter, and I'm from the famous northeastern part of this country. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so we all know that all Chinese people love your countrymen, right? Because
Yeah,
like
strangely, I don't know why, but since I was a kid, everyone say that they are spiritual northeastern people. Like this is really a bit confusing for me.
okay, as it's just um comfort me that you say that is confusing. And otherwise, I would think, wow, it really is really annoying. Then I would just leave this meeting room, right? Because that is what I said to what I told others. I always said that, wow, I came from northeastern China, and they were wow, we love northeastern Chinese people. So maybe that is how to say bonus，就是对我来说是一个红利。
Yeah, probably is a bonus because all my college friends all because at the beginning when we were introducing ourselves and I introduced myself as I am from the northeastern part of the country and they were like, "What northeastern part? Great!" And I was like, I don't exactly know what part of greatness you mean, but like the first thing you live in the northeastern part is that you will constantly like freeze to death. Like for example, in current days, for the temperature in our region is like 0 degree or below zero degrees. So it's like the first thing first, prepare yourself a coat because you're gonna freeze to death if you're not careful.
Yeah, that is also something that really shocked me, right? Because you see, the temperature there is quite low, and actually the climate, the weather is not that fine, right? It's just too cold in the winter. Still, you are so humorous, all of you, right? Every people I knew from your regions, you are just so humorous. You will just talk about some bullshit. Sorry, not bullshit. Uh, talk just talk about some how to say some humorous and wise words to this world and offer your wisdom, right? We nowadays we say that we should tell a good Chinese story, right? But I think who can be the best storyteller? Well, people from northeastern region of China.
Yeah, we may conquer the world with our accent and sour cabbage, no doubt.
Okay, I really want to know you more. Actually, to tell you the truth, all of the listeners and all of the speakers, not speakers, sorry, I'm the speaker. We are the speaker. Um, actually, this is the first time that me and Idril we meet each other online. Not
Yeah,
online. Through video link, through
through
video meeting.
video, yeah.
Yeah. But actually, we have known each other for more than 3 years, right?
Yeah, probably we met in person in the interpretation class 3 years ago or
Yeah,
4 years ago, or something. I cannot really have the recollection, but probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah.
yeah. I remember at that time, wow, your pronunciation, your delivery is so, how to say, so fascinating to me. It's just like, wow, never have I heard such a good delivery before. And also, besides, you are also a Harry Potter fans, right? You also like the King of Ring.
But yeah, Lord of Ring, the
The
Lord of
Lord of the
Ring.
Rings. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a fake fake fan. Okay,
Okay.
so we don't have plan. There is no plan Marco talk. So why not start from this point, right? You are a student from an interpreting and translation major, and so was I, and I'm still am, and you are also. We are all student. You know that as an interpreter, as a translator, we need to learn
Yeah, we never graduate.
Yeah, we never graduate. Yes.
Yeah,
So
but
so
like
why
it's
not?
quite like it.
Yeah. So why don't we just start from this, right? Talk about something about translation and interpreting. Right? Do you have anything you want to say first? I don't want to ask you questions first. Otherwise, it would just limit your imagination.
So like I thought like anything just about translation and interpretation.
Yeah. Also, you can talk about your dinner. It's just fine. Whatever. No
Yeah, it's
rules.
probably the faraway topic, so probably I'll start from the interpretation part. So probably for interpretation lately, really, I've been feeling a bit distressed, really,
Hmm.
because I'm preparing for the simultaneous interpretation test that is going to happen like a few weeks later.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was kind of depressing because truth be told, I've never done simultaneous interpretation before I actually work as an interpreter. The first time I do simultaneous interpretation is at the meeting when I come to the company, like no more than 1 month, and they throw me at the meeting center and just let me to do your thing. And I was like super nervous. I was so afraid that they're gonna kick me out of the company as soon as I finish that meeting. And but of course, the first meeting came out to be a disaster, and I was like so ashamed of myself. And then when I went to lunch, I met like a senior interpreter of my company, and I said, "Sorry, I totally fucked it up." Are we allowed to say "fuck" in this?
Yeah, it's just fine. After all, we are talking in English, right?
Yeah.
If Bilibili don't allow doesn't allow us to hear these words, we would just put it on YouTube, right? It's just fine.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So I was like, shit, I totally screwed up. And she was like, actually, you've done pretty fine. We're actually quite like surprised that you as a newbie and a newbie can do like such fine translation. And I was like, wow, you really boosted my confidence. So because I work as an interpreter in the company, I was actually like a sales company. I do like this kind of sales deals, everything, and do order planning and things like that. So it's really a fast pace, and 90% of my work actually is consisted of simultaneous interpretation. And so I've been working for like a year in this department, and now I started doing training actually for the new employees, even though I'm only a newbie, like 1 year in this company. So I really got boosted in confidence and thought that maybe I should, give it a go at a simultaneous interpretation test. And then I started to working on it and start to rework on all my Catti texts. I start preparing from based on my Catti test, and it's really devastating because I mean, normally when I do simultaneous interpretation at the company, it's normally things I've known for a long time. I've known these things for a year. Like I get in touch with this kind of stuff every time. Those figures and those diagrams, I'm very, very familiar with them. But when I started to redo my Catti text and started to rework things like OPAC and OECDs, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I totally
Uh,
no reflex. Like the word OPEC came, like normally when if it was the college me, then I would have this sudden reflex upon this word. But this is the work me, and the work me is familiar only with status. And when the word OPEC hit me in the face, I was like, oh shit. So it was really devastating. I don't believe I can pass the test this year. Like it was really and the really depressing thing is not that I cannot pass this test because if I cannot pass this test, I can do it just again next year. But the thing is, this test cost me 920 RMB.
money is so important these
Yeah,
days.
yeah, just yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, whoever forced me to make this decision at that point just shot me in the head. Yeah, really.
Okay, I can understand you. It's just like all those catty nightmares come back again, right? But
Yeah,
about
tenfold.
yeah, but about Catty, I remember very well that you have already passed Catty first examination, right? Catty first examination even before you became a postgraduate student. So that really impressed me. I was thinking, wow, why? She is younger than me. Why? She just graduates from the university. Why? Well, that really shocked me when I posted it on the WeChat moment. You know that there is something saying that actually failure is not such a very depressing thing. The most depressing thing is that your friend is more successful than you.
Relate, relate.
Yes. So it really made me feel quite curious about it. Um, because apparently, I couldn't understand why you put so much your energy on translation and interpreting. Of course, I can understand from my perspective. I know my reasons, but I don't know yours. So maybe can you just trace back to the starting point when you started to fall in love with interpreting and translation, and why you have to force yourself to grab that certification before you became a postgraduate student.
Okay. So, uh, the starting point of everything, like, it was actually when I first entered university, and I entered university. Of course, I went to an English major, which is a very dim prospect major. So, so I went to my first class. I majored in business English in a technology school. Like, I was in a technology university and I was majoring in English. You can see what kind of a loser I am back then. So I went to my first class and the teacher asked us to stand up one by one and just to read a text for her. And by then I was just 16 and have zero clue about what I'm gonna do when I graduate. And after I kind of, read my text, and after class, the teacher called me to her table and said that, well, you should maybe learn interpretation. And as a kid with zero clue about her future, because before 16, before I went to university, I have the full hope that my father will send me to an art school because I like singing very much. But in the end, that vision still stayed a vision. And I went to a technology school learning English. And so I had zero clue about what I'm going to do in the future. And then she gave me a hand and said, maybe you should learn interpretation. And I said, fine, I'll learn interpretation. And then I communicated with my family and said, this teacher just recommended me to learn interpretation. And my family said, well, we don't know what interpreters actually do. And I said, okay, I'll do some research. And I've done some research and found that before you become a certified interpreter, you actually have to pass these tests, weird tests called Catti. And so I think, okay, I'll pass this test. So I started learning and then pass test. And in this process, I just gradually found that, shit, this may be the one thing in the academy that I can actually do good. Yeah. And but really the passion just came in because although I claim myself to be a very introverted person, and I'm really an introverted person, but actually I love talking very much. And the reason I love, do interpretation is the same reason that I love singing and maybe sometimes reading books out loud to myself, is because I love hearing my voice coming out from my mouth.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. As I have told you before, right? I caught cold recently. These days, I actually I had a fever yesterday, but it's just fine right now. You don't have to worry about me. But my sensation is that wow, my voice is so charming, especially when I caught cold. I need to let this world hear my voice. I really enjoy the world.
The husky voice of yours.
Yeah, it's so charming. Right. So allow me to interrupt you a little bit. Is My sensation is that actually the art industry has lost you a talent. Really, that explains why you posted your songs on the WeChat moment before, and I heard those songs. Wow, really, the music industry has lost a talent.
Oh my god, someone actually heard that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you could be a very good artist. You could be a very good musician. Wow. Well, shame on you, the interpretation industry, the interpreting industry. Shame on you. You have robbed a talent from the music industry, right? How dare you?
Snaring me from actually performing on musical stage. How dare you? You snare me from Broadway. Fuck.
Yeah. But that's also I, I don't know. Maybe that's a common thing because you know that we have a bunch of friends that we share together, especially when we are in the same industry, right? Translation and interpreting. And I've noticed that actually most of our counterparts, I mean in interpreting, they love singing songs. I don't know whether you have noticed this. And whenever you say that, why not karaoke? And then, wow, okay, I will go. And you will see that all those students they are from the interpreting major. I don't know whether it is because our task our study schedule is just so stressful. Yeah, I say is because it still is, right? It still is. Back then in school it was stressful, and even right now, even you, right? You are Catti for certificate holder for over 3 years. Still, you felt stressful. Yeah.
Yeah. This feeling of losing my livelihood in this kind of competing market economy. uh, really stressful.
I hope that maybe our talk, the meeting between me and you can comfort you a little bit. Just although we are still talking about translation and interpreting, I hope that it will help you. You will relieve yourself a little bit, right? I start to PUA you. I start just relieve yourself.
Don't gaslight me.
Yeah, guess
what it is.
because I'm the only one in this world that will love you. Nobody would. Only me.
This direction right now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll play the part.
Okay, just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I'm really
You're not kidding. Yeah, I know
yeah,
you're
I'm
not.
not kidding. Yeah, but about this gaslighting thing, I am right now. I don't think this is a bad word. I don't know. What's your sensation? Because whenever we said the term like PUA or gaslighting, people will say, "Wow, that's not a good thing." Oh, he just wants you to satisfy his um malicious needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think actually everything has two coins. For example, if you really love something, right, you will be eager to be gaslighted by it, right? For example, we are still eager to be gaslighted by interpreting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like the big bad daddy, and we were like his messages girl.
It's just like interpreting is like a sugar daddy, and this sugar daddy never gives us money. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
daddy, money. Yeah,
Um,
but you still have to work for him, study for him, right?
yeah. And if we put it more graphically, whore for him.
So
Graphic details at this point, I'm sorry.
uh, it's just fine. Because I don't understand what you are talking about right now. Um, yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know.
Oh my
Uh.
god, listen.
It's just fine. The listeners, the audience, they don't know because they are just too stupid to understand. Oh no, sorry. You are the best. You are the best. Okay, you are the best. Sorry. You are the best. I'm stupid. I can't understand anything, right? Actually, Actually, I pretended to understand every word she said, but actually I'm not. I'm even not an interpreting student. It's a fake news. I'm not an interpreting student. Okay.
Yeah, she's actually a wizard from Slytherin. And she's a
Yeah,
deaf.
yeah.
You can see
Okay.
her arm. She has a tattoo. She has a tattoo.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
colors are Slytherin student. Go Slytherin, go.
yeah. We are from Slytherin. Actually, we are not interpreting students, right? Welcome to Hogwarts, right?
Yeah. We are wizards, and welcome to Death Eater Club.
Yeah. Actually, just now we talk about something like simultaneous interpreting. Actually, our guest today, she is about to translate. She is about to interpret for snake, not
Yeah,
humans.
to interpret because Voldemort is not coming to meetings anymore, and Nagini is participating in meetings for him, but Nagini can only speak in Snake, so I have to do this simultaneous translation for other pure blood wizards. Like, nice job! I do not only have to avoid the Kadabra people, but I also have to do simultaneous interpretation. I have to do Muggle work. Like, what is happening in the wizarding industry?
Yeah, I think Muggle's language is the worst, don't you think that? Wow, so stupid. English, no.
Wow.
Yeah, Chinese, no.
They have so many syllables. Like in Snake, it's totally simple. You just have to.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just
Yeah.
humans are the worst, right? They just fuck up everything, right? They just fuck up everything. And the language, the English, the German, the Chinese, wow, so ugly. I even want to vomit right now when I mention these languages, right? Snake language, snake words, these are the best, right?
Yeah, Snake
Actually,
was
yeah.
Goblin language. Those are like the best. And like we only speak this kind of stupid human language just to satisfy the billy viewers. Nothing else.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
just too stupid. Snake is the best. Actually, I want to share something with you. Actually, maybe even you don't know, although you have known me for so many years. Actually, my mom is a snake. You know that?
Wow, really? What, like, just quick question. Was she like caged under a tower in Hangzhou for like thousands of years and then bumped up and have you?
How do you know that? You must have done the pre-interpreting work. Wow.
Yeah.
What
Done
a
some preparation. I've investigated against you.
so you have Google me?
Yeah, I have Googled you, and in the monster circle, we do this Googling thing pretty open. It's quite
Okay.
easy because your mom is like quite famous.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I was just so shocked by this fact. Because maybe it would be the final night for me in this world because you know that my mom actually she is a violent snake and she never allowed me to say thing like that to other people. And just now you even told me that actually everyone knew her name. So oh wow, fuck. I would be eaten by her.
Oh my god. Oh my god, even tigers don't eat their own cubs. Your mom's gonna actually eat you. Oh my god, I'm crying. Don't cry. You just say human world is a bad world.
I just have to take some time to digest all this. Yeah, you know that actually there are so many regulations and rules in the snake family. Um, especially this one. I would be a dead body. I would be a dead snake tonight, just tonight.
No, don't worry. We also have this kind of regulation everywhere around the wizarding community, like don't spread to muggles about the magical world, but I'm a Death Eater, so whatever. No, you're gonna be fine.
Okay, maybe I will be fine. I'm so scared. Yeah. Well, sorry. I don't want my moods to influence our meeting today. So maybe I just ask you some other questions, although I won't actually listen to your answers because I will be a dead snake tonight. So so maybe I just ask you this. So you said that you are actually you want to be an interpreter when back in university period, right? So have you ever encountered any problems and obstacles along the way?
Yeah, actually, yes, because my previous studying life consisted of only preparing for tests, passing tests, preparing for tests, passing tests. So actually, before I graduated from my postgraduate university, I never had one single chance of actually doing translation or interpretation. And as I'm upon hitting graduation, I come to this harsh realization that although I've passed tests, yeah, I passed a lot of tests, but I've never actually really done it. So I was kind of panicked. And, at the beginning of this job, it was very difficult for me because it was a fast-paced company, and I happened to be positioned to be the assistant of a very senior manager, senior expat manager, foreign manager. And so the work is really a handful, and he was a really demanding person. And also I have to do this kind of translation and interpretation thing every day. And I don't know about other companies, but for our company, we do not have this kind of pre-training to impart you the knowledge about the business or the company, probably because we don't have this kind of systematic setting. But we're improving this now. And but by then it was really hard for me. If I want to learn something, if I want to progress, I have to go to every possible meeting that I can get my hands upon. So this involves me going to meetings starting from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and every day, every day participating in 6 meetings and translating silently to myself in the corner. Yeah, that was the difficult part. And because at the beginning I was totally not sure about myself because I've never really done this. And I was like super shy and super introverted person. And so I don't really dare to open up my mouth at the beginning. So that was like the most difficult part because previously, if you do not have to do it in real terms, you do not have to face real business sectors and real business people, you will feel no stress and nothing serious at the test court because for tests, they are just the same. No matter how hard the text is, if you fail this time, you can try another time. But in business sector, if you fail one time, then your reputation will be kind of destroyed 10% in this company. And if you continue to screw up everything, then your reputation will become like this, and to the point that no one trusts your translation or interpretation anymore. So it was like pretty stressful and really kind of destroy my confidence time. But luckily I have survived this because there are really a lot of senior employees that are really kind and really, willing to teach me things. And the manager, demanding as he was actually also pretty good with sharing. If he's in a good mood, then I can get him share his information about this company with me for 1 hour or 2. So these are the major ways I developed by then. And so luckily, like 2 or 3 months later, I will not say that I'm a fully developed interpreter, but at least I can handle most meeting scenarios. But reflecting upon that time, that was really kind of difficult.
Wow. Yeah. Your how to say your report or not report your story make me think of this, right? I think I don't know you. My sensation is that the interpreting thing, right? Actually, we are language service providers. right?
Yeah.
Basically, if you are just doing great, nobody would say that, wow, you are really, really a good interpreter. Actually, it seldom happens, right? But whenever you make a mistake, yeah, whenever you make a mistake, and now everyone knows, and wow, what that interpreter is talking about, right? So actually, basically, you get so many negative feedbacks, especially as a student, as a green hand, I suppose. I don't know you, at least me myself. But just now is also a little bit shocked me that you started to talk about your obstacles starting from the part when you got out of the school, you left the campus, right? You found that there was a gap between the role that you were just an interpreting student and the role that you were actually an interpreter, right?
Yeah.
But I suppose maybe I had some expectations before all this is that you will start to encounter some difficulties in the interpreting studying journey. And so my question is that is there um any moment that you feel that wow, I don't want to be an interpreter in the future. I just want to drop this business. I just want to leave. Maybe I will be a teacher, maybe I will be a government official, just like that. Have you ever had this thought?
Actually, during my studying course, no, because I'm the kind of person that if I want to do something, I'll get prepared first. And so, like, I also started to officially study interpretation in my university, but it was 1 year later after I decided to become an interpreter, to study interpreting. So before I go to my first official course of interpretation training, I prepared for a year myself. So, and because of this 1 year ahead preparation, I didn't go to the class and be like a total fool. And so after that, this kind of prior preparation actually saved my life because at every step of my learning, I'm always kind of one step ahead. And so during my study course, actually, everything I got were positive feedbacks from my teachers and from my peers and from my students. And also the test for the translation test, of course, I failed miserably for the level 2 Catti because I failed one time and then only got passed the second time for the translation part. But for the interpretation part, I just passed all through ahead, like level 3, level 2, level 1, I passed without no fail. So during that part, the studying part, I actually counted limited difficulties and obstacles, but the real difficulty comes at work. Yeah.
Wow, so that's what they say that opportunities left to prepare people, right? Because you just like how to say 准王, right? Uh, it's just like actually you are an adult, yet you become students of a bunch of schoolboys, schoolgirls. They are from primary school, but actually you have already graduated from the university. So, oh, that's too simple to me. Yeah, it's just fine because I have already done that before. Something like that, right? So, relatively compare with others, you won't say something like, "Wow, I will just leave this industry," right? Is my understanding right?
Yeah, because it was actually also a process of self-realization of the process of my studying because before I started learning interpretation, I have really zero clue about what I'm gonna do in the future because prior to this, I was like a I don't know how to say a math student or physics student, so I studied like physics, chemistry, and biology and math at school, not the normal like like Chinese and history and geography and politics. For these three, for these three courses, I miserably fail any time. I never got any score plus 50 for these three, but I was kind of decent for the physics and chemistry and biology thing, but I'm also well aware, starting from high school, that I'm not made for this. Because, starting from high school, this kind of gap between normal girls and normal boys start to show. Like, when I was in high school, sitting next to me was the top of our class. He was a boy. He really requires zero effort to study this kind of physics and chemistry and biology thing. He didn't even have to do his homework every time. He just copied mine. And while he was copying mine, he pointed out my mistakes. Invigorating, right? Yeah. So I was the kind of student that, because I know that I'm not that good at these subjects, so I put extra efforts into them. Like normal people only do 1 page of test, I do 2, even 3, just to improve my grades. But there's this kind of person that sits next to you every day. They do nothing. They skip courses, they slip on classes, they don't do their homework at all. They copy your and at the same time pointed out, you made mistakes here, here, and there. And why did you write like this? This is stupid. Let me just change it for you. That this kind of thing really. And it was during that period I realized that, okay, math maybe not my thing, and Chinese definitely not my thing either, because for the part that you write thesis, I remember the full score for a thesis writing, it was like 50, but I always score like 27 or something. So Chinese definitely not my thing either. The only thing for me is probably English, and by then the vision of a girl, musical. But in the end, musical proves to be a dead end, and then I started learning English. But I was still at a loss about what I'm gonna do with English when I graduated. Like I'll be a teacher or something. That's not the best job I can imagine in the world. Or like a government official that communicates only in English. That sounds also like kind of stupid. And so the teacher, I really appreciate her work by then. She suggested me to become an interpreter and started learning. And in this process, maybe part self-realization and part just grabbing to the only hook that connects me to the real world, I found that I actually love this work. I just love the kind of feeling that I speak English and speak Chinese, and just to build a bridge between people of 2 different kinds of cultures and civilization. And I also love to hear my own voice. So I think, well, maybe this is the best job for me after all.
Well, when you came to that point that, well, I really love this work, and it's true. Actually, at that time, I really want to cry. I really wanted to cry. I still want to, because I believe that some of our listeners, right, some of our audience, they are also from this major, and we all know how hard, how painstaking it is to become not a good interpreter. Even to be an interpreter is just too difficult, right? Yeah, too difficult. I remember before I went into GDUFS, right? I noticed a sentence from the website. I don't know. I don't remember which. It said that you love interpreting, you want to be an interpreter, and there is an opportunity for you to be an interpreter. These 3 things are totally different from each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even you got that talent, capabilities to become a good interpreter. Still, maybe you just don't have the chance. Maybe the market, right? For example, like China and America just stop seeing each other. Like China is totally isolated from all the countries in this world. There are so many, how to say, so many stupid things, right, that could stop our way from becoming a true interpreter, right? So it's really a painstaking job. Yet you still love it. That really, that really made me want to cry. It's true. It's true. I believe some of you right now, when you are seeing this channel, when you are watching this, you might have the similar feelings, right? And also, I would like to ask you a very serious one.
Yeah.
You mentioned that your teacher, right?
Yeah.
Is he or she? He?
He.
He. Okay. So
Yeah.
have you ever transferred $50 million to him? Show your gratitude. Have you?
Sadly, no, because we lost contact in our first year. Because after my first year in university, she went to further her study in UK. And by then, because I was just a new starter in university, I don't really have any social media connection. I'm still learning that shit by then. So I didn't leave any contact information with her, and we got lost in contact miserably.
Okay, that's a sad story. So, she, right?
Yeah.
A female teacher. So can I know her name? You know that this show is gonna be big, right?
Yeah.
And one day maybe she will see you, and maybe this can be used as an advertisement, not
Union
advertisement, a
opportunity, yeah.
notice. Yeah, yeah, Julia, right?
And well, who me?
Uh, who, me?
Me. My English name is actually Idril though.
Sorry. Oh, maybe I just. I sorry, I forgot to take my medicine today. So it's something in my mind. Just you know,
Yeah.
sometimes some patients they don't take their medicine and they will just have some they will just don't understand what other people are talking about and they just forget everything. What's your name again?
Yeah, understandable mistake. My name is actually Octopus. My name is actually
Octopus.
yeah, Octopus. I'm
Octopus.
I'm Hulu. I'm Clotho, or maybe if we pronounce this right.
Okay. Okay. So back to our story, right? Maybe one day, your teacher, hopefully, now I have another motivation right now because we want to find this teacher for you. Hey, octopus teacher, uh, can you hear me? If you notice the show, if you notice this channel, connect with me, right? And at that time, Octopus will transfer $50 million to you to show her sincere gratitude. Yeah, many thanks to you. Okay? Okay? You saved her life. Otherwise, she will be a dead body right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember your MBTI is INTJ, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just now you told me that even back in the senior high school, you were working on mathematics and physics. So that explains everything. Actually, you how to say you just used to rely on your logic, right? Everything you will maybe it's just my guess, some stereotype of INTJ. So do you think that you are somebody like that? You rely on your logic more than your feelings?
Actually, I won because before I become a it was the last time I do this MBTI test that I was diagnosed as an INTJ. But before that, maybe for 4 to 5 years, I have always been an INFP. I was a butterfly. Very sweet, sweet, innocent little butterfly.
Wow, wow. That scared me a lot. You know, I was cursed by INFP persons, right?
Why? Why are you cursed by them?
You know my mom, a snake, right?
Yeah.
First of all, she is an INFP.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and also, my lover is an INFP.
Which lover do you refer to? Which lover do you
Black one, black snake, the
Okay.
black snake. The black snake is an INFP, and also my best friend, my best friend, the butterfly snake. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. It means it carries the color of butterfly. I don't know how to
hybrid.
explain the color. She is also INFP, right? And my students, the best students of me, they are all INFPs. So
You're
basically, I'm just cursed by INFP. I don't know why.
uh,
Maybe mm, I don't know.
yeah, maybe in your last life you devoured a bunch of butterflies, and so you're cursed in butterfly hell in this life.
Yeah, yeah. It's just every time I knew a new person, I would ask her or him, your MBTI? INFP. What? INFP again? Okay. Or maybe so I start to get very curious your
Huh?
changes, right? Why? Maybe maybe I don't know you. My sensation is that whether it is because that in for example in front of your colleagues or in front of the classmates, and when you are studying interpreting and something like that, translation as well, basically you are intj, but when you are alone you start to cry a lot, and you start to want to kill others, and you start to hate this world, you start to hate yourself, and you start to be very emotional, and you start to just want to disappear from this world, and you start to write so many novels, and then the next day you would just throw them all.
Did you just put a camera in my house? Because I was like, yeah, that was so true, man. I do write novels. I do write novels. And although I don't cry a lot, I sing aloud a lot. I was like, when I discovered that I was alone at home, I'll put on my blanket and start, twirling around like a Disney princess, singing every Disney song I know in my vocabulary.
So as a Disneyland princess, oh, we got a princess again. You know that last time we invited the prince, right? You know him? Yeah,
Which
this
prince? Mr. Dean?
um the one who has purple farts and whose shit is golden. Do you know?
Ah, that person. Yeah, that must be a prince. He shoots ghosts. Yeah, definitely.
You know him? Uh, because just now you said that you were also a princess, of course, from the Disneyland.
No, we're actually he's a prince from a different universe. He's the prince that shits goes. I'm the princess in the universe that I shits normal shit. I didn't go that far. I know shit go. That will really hurt my gut.
Oh. So now can you share with us some pictures of your shit? Is that oversharing? Is that too much?
That would be impossible, but I'm surprised that you don't have any pictures of that kind because you put a camera in my house. I would figure that you would definitely put one in my bathroom, but seems that you're not. You're not interested in me naked at all. And I'm now beginning to feel a little offended. You're not interested in me naked. Who are you, woman?
First of all, I'm not a lesbian, right? So I'm not interested in your naked. I
Oh my
only
god, you're not
only
lesbian.
love
How are you even
guys.
talking right now?
Sorry. Actually, I hate lesbians, and I hate all those gays. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I just gay haters. Sorry, sorry, but this is me. I won't change. Um, sorry to offend you. Okay. Maybe I will give you some time to digest all this.
Have
Um,
to digest this. Obviously, I'm a Disney princess. Of course, I'm a lesbian.
okay. So you, so okay. Maybe later I will say something back to you. You Disneyland princess, you are dirty princess. While you told us that you are lesbian. Okay, so you have told everybody from those storybooks that you love a prince. Yet now you told us that you are lesbian. Okay, let's see. Okay,
Okay, that's
okay.
false information. I never told the prince that I love him. I'm actually in love with my stepmother.
Wow, that's too much. Okay, maybe, I sorry, I have to digest all this. It really shocked me. I'm a typical gay hater. I'm a typical lesbian hater. So, it's really scared me.
Every
Um, okay.
time I open my phone to the world, this is all I get from the gay hater.
So I will find killers right now. So no. We will come back to our meeting rooms about 10 minutes later. Okay.
Okay,
And
can
during
we
this break,
back
I
on
will find killers who will just kill you.
the God? Okay, 10 minutes later, you'll see like a fake me sitting here, just like the fake Kanye West.
Okay. Okay. See you later.
Okay,
Bye.
see you later. Bye.